Hello everyone. In this video I will be translating and summarizing the latest Urdu broadcast by Imran Riaz Khan to make it accessible for our English-speaking audience. Let us go through the key developments and insights in Imran Riaz Khan's words. First of all, there is some big news, according to international media, and this news was also published later in Pakistani media. It says that Donald Trump is meeting Hafiz Asif Munir, the Field Marshal and Army Chief of Pakistan, who is currently in the United States. It has been almost a week since he arrived in the United States. His visit is now nearing its conclusion, and he is going to meet Donald Trump at 1 o'clock in the afternoon United States time, which will be late night in Pakistan. We will share the news with you once it comes. What will happen during the meeting cannot be said for sure, but this is a meeting of Asim Munir, and it is a 50-50 kind of situation. I will inform you that this meeting is behind closed doors, a closed-door meeting, and the press has not been invited. The media is not invited, but what Donald Trump says to Asim Munir will eventually come to light because you cannot trust Donald Trump. He is the kind of person who openly talks and can say anything. So these things will not stay hidden for long. Now the question is, what kind of announcement will follow? What will Pakistan's military say? Because the Inter-Services Public Relations has not given any statement about it yet, and it was not previously claimed that Asim Munir's visit was to meet Donald Trump. This had been kept confidential, but now the meeting is about to happen. Was he invited for this purpose, or did he express his desire to meet Donald Trump? Generally, Donald Trump's meetings are pre-scheduled. He is quite a busy man, and Asim Munir has been in the United States for many days. He's been carrying out activities, and there has also been a protest against him by Pakistanis on a large scale. Hundreds of Pakistanis took to the streets and protested against Asim Munir. Some people, wherever they saw him, raised slogans against him. No Pakistani army chief has faced such a situation in the United States before. But I saw a public gathering and a speech by him, and only a small number of people showed up. These were mostly people connected to the embassy or his family, or a few other people, some of whom we know are affiliated with the Pakistan Muslim League Nawaz. The establishment made a big effort to gather people, but still very few came out for Asim Munir, whereas when Imran Khan went to the United States, a huge crowd gathered, and there was even a big rally in the United States. So the difference in popularity between the two is like night and day. There is no comparison between the two. One is a government servant, and the other is a national leader. So, what can Asim Munir achieve in this meeting? Look, he will certainly try to talk about Imran Khan. Off the record, people have reported that he speaks negatively about Imran Khan and Bushra Bibi. He harbors a lot of anger against them and will try to convince others, including Donald Trump, to take a stance against Imran Khan. He will also likely try to gain America's blessing regarding his extension as Army Chief. What can he offer America? Well, regarding natural resources, he has openly made statements, and I will share those with you. Even though an Army Chief should not be involved in such matters, he has offered that Pakistan can provide the United States with billions of dollars in natural resources every year. He stated that Pakistan has around $1 trillion worth of resources. And if the United States invests here, they could make a profit of 10 to 15 billion annually for the next 100 years. This is a clear temptation offered to the United States. But this is not the Army Chief's responsibility. The elected government has the mandate of the people to make these decisions. They should decide which natural resources to offer to which country and under what conditions, and how to ensure maximum benefit for Pakistan and its people. Elected representatives will have to be accountable to the public. When the establishment makes such decisions, they do not worry about accountability. But this matter is clearly not the job of an army chief, although he has brought it up in his talks. He also made another statement regarding Ukraine. General Asim Munir mentioned that the United States wants to strike a deal for 400 to 500 billion worth of resources from Ukraine. He then mentioned that Pakistan has a similar amount of resources and that the United States could make profits if they invest here. He offered this incentive to the United States. There is another issue he brought up regarding India. He said that the United States should talk about terrorism from India, but we never wanted to talk about terrorism with India. We want to talk about Kashmir, about water issues, and about India's interference in our matters. Yet, he is saying that the United States should focus on terrorism from India. It was even possible to shoot down 20 Indian planes during the war, but we kept in mind the ethics of war. However, India has targeted mosques, the Quran, and even bombed Pakistanis. The Pakistani military's territorial integrity has been violated, but for our own people, especially the women whose dignity was violated, we should have maintained the same ethics. The military should have also shown concern for the dignity of Pakistani civilians, and not just for Indians or Americans. We have seen so many violations of the rights of Pakistani civilians, including the jailing of thousands of men and women, forced house raids, and countless violations of privacy. Additionally, there was a video where Asim Munir was seen shopping in a mall in the United States. It seemed like this video was deliberately made to show his confidence. People protested wherever they saw him. A video was released showing him walking outdoors in a confident manner, which I think was unnecessary. Politicians do such things and it looks fine, but it is not fitting for a government official. They are not supposed to care about popularity or elections. This video was probably a kind of game played to show that he can go out in public. Mohsin Naqvi was accompanying him during this trip in the United States. However, my question is, does this show that he is free to go wherever he wants in the United States? Even in European countries or the United States, it is difficult to just be out in the open, especially when Pakistanis are angry and their mandate has been stolen. These people who have been imposed on Pakistan are seen by Pakistanis as rejected faces. This anger from the public has led to human rights violations, and many people hold the military establishment responsible for this. Now, viewers, what is the White House deciding? Look, Pakistan's army chief has just gone to Iran and he holds the title of Field Marshal. He should be the one to talk about the Iran issue and tell the United States to stop intervening in this matter. Before this, the United States intervened in Afghanistan and there was a long-lasting conflict where we paid the price. If you interfere in Iran and start a new war, the whole region will pay the price. So, Pakistan's role, or that of its military chief, should be to try to stop the United States from taking such actions. But will they be able to do it? The ground realities do not seem to suggest this. What did Donald Trump say? Let us listen to that too. Donald Trump made two major important tweets, and China also reacted to Trump's actions. In one tweet, Trump said that the United States has complete control over Iranian airspace. He is implying that Israel is included in this control. Although United States aircraft have not even taken off yet, Trump declared, "We now have complete and total control of the sky over Iran." Iran has some good defensive equipment, but it cannot compete with the United States because no one can compete with America's weapons in these matters. The United States is the best, according to him. In another tweet, Trump said, "We know exactly where the so-called Supreme Leader is hiding right now, and he's an easy target, but he is safe right now and we are not planning to attack or kill him at the moment. However, we do not want missiles shot at civilians or American soldiers." He further added that their patience was running out. Now the matter is that both Donald Trump and Netanyahu have been repeatedly discussing attacking the Iranian Supreme Leader and killing him, claiming they know exactly where he is. On the other hand, Iranian sources claim that he is hiding in a bunker underground, surrounded by a few key people, and an attack cannot happen from Israel. They say the Supreme Leader, Ayatollah Khamenei, is safe. What does this statement from Trump imply? He is saying, we know where he is, we could kill him if we wanted, but we do not want to. Instead, we want missiles not to be aimed at civilians or American soldiers. On one hand, Israel is continuing its attacks, and there is significant destruction in Iran. This is not to say that there is no destruction in Iran. Israeli missiles are causing massive devastation in Iran. This is because it is the first time Israel is being targeted in such a way, which is why it is making big news. So if we talk about who is suffering more in this war, Israel is at a significant disadvantage right now. Their air force is active, their systems are working, and their missiles are hitting targets. They have taken out key military figures and made significant strikes on Iran's nuclear sites. If we say Iran has suffered more damage, that would not be incorrect. But Israel is suffering much more than expected. Now, Iran's Interior Minister, Vahidi, gave a statement saying, "We are prepared for a long war. The claim that our missiles have been destroyed or damaged is a lie. We still have many missiles that we have not even used yet, and many of them are waiting for a surprise attack." This is the statement from Iran's Interior Minister, who claims that their missiles are still intact and that they have not even launched them yet. As for what the United States will do, there was an important meeting in America recently. After this meeting, United States officials met with Pakistan's Army Chief, Asim Munir. Following this, the United States has increased its presence in the region, sending in B-52 bombers and activating fighter jets like F-16, F-22 and F-35. The United States' activity in the region has increased and China has responded. China blamed Trump for escalating the conflict, accusing him of adding fuel to the fire, making threats and increasing pressure. These actions will not help calm the situation. Instead, they will further escalate the conflict. Now, what will the United States do? There is an odd silence at the White House, and some people believe that a war may begin soon, with America becoming an active participant. But before taking any action, the United States must understand the situation well. When Israel wanted to use Turkish airspace to attack Iran from a different direction, Turkey immediately warned Israel and forced them to leave Turkish airspace. Turkey did not want its airspace used to attack Iran. Iran too had issued a warning that it would close the Strait of Hormuz, the narrow 33-kilometer waterway between the Persian Gulf and the Gulf of Oman, which could have disastrous consequences. If Iran were to block this route, it would severely impact the energy sector, especially for 8 major countries, including Iraq, Kuwait, Saudi Arabia, Bahrain, Qatar, United Arab Emirates and Oman. Now, Iran has said that it would close this key waterway, which carries around 20 million barrels of oil daily. If the route is blocked, global oil prices and gas prices would soar, and the world would feel the impact. This route is a lifeline for global energy supply, and closing it would have serious global consequences. Additionally, a report from Global Eye News states that Iran has accused WhatsApp of being a tool for espionage. According to Iran, WhatsApp shares data with Israeli intelligence, which has caused harm to Iran. As a result, Iran has decided to restrict WhatsApp usage and halt information sharing through it. Along with this, news has emerged of internet restrictions within Iran, as they have shut down internet access in certain areas. Asim Munir, the Pakistani Army Chief, had a meeting with United States officials, and in that meeting, some people who were present openly tweeted in favor of Israel. Some even gave speeches supporting Israel and rejecting Hamas's actions against Israeli civilians. One person, Sajid Tar, who was hosting Munir, tweeted that they, as Muslims in America, stood with Israel and prayed for the safety of Israeli civilians. I am also surprised that Asim Munir, a military general, has not made any statements about the war, but instead has been talking about social issues and praising the government. It seems he does not want to make any controversial statements during his visit to the United States. After his meeting with Donald Trump, we will likely know what kind of decisions he will be involved in bringing to Pakistan. That wraps up our translation of Imran Riaz Khan's video. I hope this English version helped you understand his message better. Please like, share and subscribe to Awami Lens to help our community grow. Do not forget to leave a comment below and let me know what you thought of this effort.